Thank you, thank you. Hello, hello, and good morning or good evening, depending on where you are in the world. It's the one of one man live tie. And I do welcome you to the Real Live Adult Time Stories and Conversations podcast platform. It's been a little bit. On chapter 79, it was one of those moments that I had to uncomfortably bask in when it came to expression and truth. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you got the link sent to you, please share it with the world unapologetically. Real love is live all day. So, I want to take the time real quick and ask you, how's it been going in y'all's dating world, or love life world, just matters of the heart. How's it been? Because when it comes to this, it can be so many different things, right? Oh, so many. So you got to be all the way willing and able to understand not only what your love language is, but how to recognize others. Without that understanding, you'll constantly be one of those people that get caught up with always assuming, or you develop real narcissistic style behavior, because you're unwilling to see outside of your own. So with that being said, this here is chapter 80, parts 1 and 2, title, I Now Know. I now know. Like I said, parts 1 and 2. I'm just going to give it to you all in one take. You understand? So let's go ahead and begin the story. King was up one late night, vibing out with Queen. The night was going amazingly peaceful, to say the least. But King had this overwhelming gut feeling, and that made for a very uncomfortable conversation that King needed to have with Queen. King was very much second-guessing himself to even go there with Queen, due to the pattern of being emotionally withdrawn when it came to matters of the heart. King had an embarrassing habit of overlooking true reality to see the beauty in undeserving women, and was trying to set a new standard in his life. But insanity looms in King's world, so that was a work in progress. So King finally figured out his execution and started expressing a much deeper level of his core with Queen. Kind of a test the water style strategy, and surprisingly, it went in his favor, or so he thought. Queen appeared to be very turned on and intrigued, so a semi-sexy but kind of crazy half smile appeared all over Queen's chocolate gorgeous face. King chuckled a little bit and just boldly walked up to Queen and leaned in and started kissing on the right side of her sweet neck passionately. King felt her entire body quiver with joy, and Queen, without hesitation of any sort, started to return the same energy that was being transferred to her very own essence. The two were very much on the same page and all the way ready to engage. King and Queen hit the bed faster than gamblers to a casino with a pocket full of money. King's thick and massive pole was all the way at attention, and Queen felt the urge to soothe him out. Queen wrapped her warm and soothing throat blanket around King's throbbing pole, and they were off to the passion game races. With every inch Queen allowed to hit her juicy throat, King salivated at the moment he gets to return that very same energy. Part 2. King immediately began his feasting before the true beasting Queen was about to receive. See, the thing about this specific night in session was very important to King's core, and he still had some very deep heavy on his mind, and this moment of passion was somewhat of an enjoyable distraction. King was definitely in a rare form zone of his own. He was selfishly using the present moment to speak to Queen in a different voice, as he was balls deep in her perfect pussy, hitting any and every G-spot that was existing. King was in Queen's ear talking some real live biz, as Queen continued to spill her nectar all over King's pole. Queen was responding to the talk in the form of orgasms. No words back, just downpour. During the passion session, King knew at that moment, deep down in his core, that this was the glass ceiling right here when it came to the two of them. Until Queen was all the way comfortable with accepting her blessings, in reality, it would be what it had been, and King was unfortunately becoming bored with that reality. And it would be what it had been, and King loved the fuck out of Queen, honestly, but was all the way unwilling to settle and continue to walk the path of insanity. At that moment, King knew more than any time before that this was not what he truly desired in his core of cores. And the new standard was time. It was very much time for the new standard to be put in place. The end. But to be continued. Well, you see, in life you have to definitely recognize context clues, like I said. I like to say this all the time. And when a person is showing you whatever face they're showing you, or whatever time and season you are in their life, you owe it to yourself. If you truly have that self-love and self-care that people brag about so much right now, you owe it to yourself to make a change and adjust. A lot of us have a difficult time doing so because we develop an ideal sense of reality versus a real deal sense of reality when it comes to matters of the heart. I know that this type of behavior and mentality exists in other aspects of life, but right here on this platform right now, we talk about matters of the heart. So it was time for King to recognize exactly what he had been seeing, regardless of the amazing memories and joy that he got from what their connection was. But it's okay to vibrate higher and desire more without second guessing yourself or feeling like you got to tiptoe around when it comes to that. So that chapter right there was aimed and focused on that very energy, you know. Even in moments of recognizing the beauty in people's uglies, you still have to keep a solid stronghold on what is and what isn't. I hope you enjoyed this story in this chapter. I had to go back to the original format of delivering this style of expression and content unapologetically. I want you all to be well, my real live adults all over the world, all over the globe. Learn how to recognize the love language within yourself and quit using anger and resentment to guide. You know, we as people are not perfect, but love is. And it's definitely all the way real live. Until next time, be well.